You're listening to the Armchair GM Sports Network.
This is Rod Mahood, your in-game voice of the Niagara IceDogs, and you're listening to the Dog Pound Podcast on the Armchair GM Sports Network, your podcast source for all game analysis, team interviews, and up-to-date news regarding the Niagara IceDogs.
Perlini! Overtime! IceDogs win! Hosing! Score! To Akil Thomas. Thomas has the angle coming in. He scores!
52.1 seconds to go. Do you love it, Niagara?
Welcome into another Niagara IceDogs game recap right here on the Dog Pound Podcast, the official podcast of your Niagara IceDogs. Proudly brought to you by Global Pet Foods, where pets are undeniably part of the family in all four of their great Niagara Region locations. Brandon Caputo here solo tonight to break down the IceDogs' big 4-3 overtime victory against the Oshawa Generals on country night on this Friday night in front of a sold-out crowd at the Meridian Centre. 5,300 was the announced attendance, and it was a rocking barn here tonight in Niagara. We'll get to all of the highlights, goal highlights later on. We'll get head coach Ben Boudreau, and we'll also get Ryan Roobroeck, who tied Akil Thomas and Kevin He's 16-year-old goal record with 21 tonight. So a big night for the Roobroeck family, him going up against his brother Dylan with the Oshawa Generals for the first time in the regular season, and him being here was a special moment for him as well. So before we get into it, guys, thank you to those today listening in on-demand audio on your favorite audio platform. We really appreciate you tuning in to our game recaps here on the network. A little bit of a programming note. We will not be recording after Sunday night's game here at the Meridian Centre. We will have another full-length video episode following the week because they do play on that Monday in Oshawa, a quick turnaround for Family Day. So expect an episode to drop next week in video and audio as well. Make sure to follow us on X at Dog Pound Podcast, and you can also like us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We're posting a lot more on there as well, and our YouTube channel, Armchair GM Sports, and our website, armchairgmsports.com, for all of our featured articles. So with all that out of the way, the IceDogs come out with a big victory here against the Oshawa Generals. And I'm sure Cam would have loved to have been here tonight to break it all down with me, but a stellar performance from Owen Flores once again, back-to-back after that strong effort in Erie, winning 6-1 in front of a national U.S. audience there on NHL Network. It was a big confidence booster for the team after a very tough northern road trip where they went up there and faced three solid teams in the North Bay Battalion, the Sudbury Wolves and the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds, and came away with no points. But the last two games have really been a bright spot here for the Niagara IceDogs as they continue to try to, build through with the growing pains of a young team here with so many 16-year-olds in the lineup, and the young players stepping up once again tonight. But Owen Flores has been rock solid in the IceDogs net, stopping 52 tonight and getting third-star honor. So we'll get to our game stats tonight, as always, brought to you by J&L Flooring. Think of a better deal anywhere else. You don't know Jack. Contact the Niagara Falls location to begin your quality flooring project today. The Generals outshot the IceDogs 55-34 in this game. So like I mentioned, Owen Flores came up big in all three periods for the IceDogs. 16, 19, and 20 shots respectively for the Generals. They didn't have one in overtime. The IceDogs really controlled the play in the extra frame, but he really kept them in this game. And even despite giving up a couple of goals there, it could have been easily 6 or 7 for this Oshawa Generals team. They were firing on all cylinders tonight, even though they were missing Colorado Avalanche top prospect Callum Ritchie was not in the lineup for them tonight, but still a very formidable team with the Oshawa Generals here with some dangerous offensive threats, and Owen Flores came up big tonight. So as far as the power play goes, the IceDogs were perfect on the penalty kill, 2 for 2. As far as the power play, they were 0 for 2. So both teams were perfect on the kill, and goose eggs on the power play, 0 for 2 for both teams respectively. Face-offs, the Generals take it in that sense 35-31 in the face-off department. Gavin Bryant led the way with the IceDogs with 12 of 25, and Alex Asadorian with the best percentage of 11 of 17. It's nice to see him back in the lineup. As far as the lineup goes for the Ice Dogs, we had Callum Chanowski return after he's missed a couple of games there as well. We saw the return of Andrew Vermeulen was the other player that returned for the Niagara Ice Dogs out of the lineup there. They only had 2 scratches tonight with Podolou and Andrew Wysick. They rode with 5D once again. No call-ups for tonight's game. And they had all 4 forward lines before Matthew Paris did, unfortunately, go out there in the first period. And the Ice Dogs had to shuffle up the lines for most of the game after that. But Ben Boudreau did have a full lineup card for his forwards to start. But it's good to see that the Ice Dogs are starting to get healthy again and having everybody back in the lineup for the most part, being able to put out a full lineup. I've said all year that I would have loved to see what this team could have done if they would have had all of their players available throughout the season. So that was the lineup for the Ice Dogs. As far as our goal summary tonight, that is going to be brought to you by the Niagara Employment Help Center, helping people find work in Niagara since 1983. Check out their up-to-date job board at ehc.on.ca to find your next work opportunity today. The Generals opened the scoring with Bedkowski taking a cross-ice feed and getting it past Flores, who sprawled there, got a piece of it with his glove, but it just got past him. The Generals opened it up at the 3:08 mark of the first period. But then the Ice Dogs battled back late in the first period to at least get their first goal. And it's Evan Klein, good guy to see, get a goal. He's played so many roles for this team. He's even played defense at times, just being a good soldier. Nice to see him get rewarded there tonight on the third line and scoring his 6th goal of the season from Urban Podrekar and Alex Asadorian to get the Ice Dogs on the board there. A nice play out in front to bury that.
Podrekar, traffic materializing out front. It's through. They jam away and score! I put on the work boots and the yellow construction helmet and scored. Evan Klein ties the game.
The Generals then got a pair of goals near the end of the first period, and then to open up the second period, 14 seconds in, they scored 2 goals there from Buckley and Morelli to take a 3-1 lead, and you're thinking, oh boy, this is going to be a tough one because we didn't see a goal for the rest of the second period. But then starting in the third period, the Ice Dogs were able to get back within a goal, and it was a rocking crowd here tonight that really gave the Ice Dogs a lot of momentum. And it was Ryan Roobroeck with his, as I mentioned in the open, 21st goal of the season, assisted by Alex Asadorian. A big one tying Akil Thomas and Kevin He, 4 goals as a 16-year-old for the franchise.
Covering up.
Can you tell Roobroeck coming into this game led the closest rookie pursuer as Roobroeck gets the angle sharp and scores! What a goal by Ryan Roobroeck, top shelf, and he's tied the rookie record for goals by a Niagara Ice Dog.
A big one for the Roobroeck family, all in attendance tonight with his brother Dylan, obviously, in the opposing bench. So congratulations to Ryan Roobroeck, and we'll hear from him later on with our player post-game interview. Scary moment there in the second period, though, when Kevin He actually, kind of turned awkwardly and was hit from behind by the aforementioned Dylan Roobroeck, and he received a 2-minute boarding penalty. The Ice Dogs' leading scorer. It looked bad at the time, but luckily did go to the tunnel and leave, but did come back into the game, so that was great to see. If the Ice Dogs were to lose Kevin He, that would be, devastating for the rest of the year as they're trying to really claw back in there and try to sneak in that 8th playoff spot, and losing a guy like Kevin He would not have helped in that regard. So great to see Kevin He able to come back after a hit like that and a bang-bang play. We also had another big scrum in the corner in the Ice Dogs net in the second period. Connor Federico was kind of going at it with a player, and then it all of a sudden turned into a full-out line brawl. You saw Ethan Zada, Ivan Galianov, Artem Frolov, all these guys that are young players not backing down and really going in there, and everybody was doing their part. Even Owen Flores he was at the blue line, wanted to go up against Jacob Oster, who respectfully declined to have a goalie fight, but it was a full-out line brawl, and you don't really see that in today's hockey, but the Ice Dogs had bite and fight tonight, and were not backing down to the Oshawa Generals, and they showed that with that heart and just being able to go in there and fight for their brothers, and you can tell it's a very tight-knit group in there. So those were 2 key moments in the game that the Ice Dogs, used as motivation to continue on here. And then late in the third period, it was Mike Levin at the 14:27 mark, getting the pass from Kevin He, Ryan Van Netten getting the secondary assist on it, and Levin puts that in for his 17th goal of the year. And that was just a big one. Got the Meridian Centre crowd rocking. Haven't heard a lot of that as of late, and it's great to see when the Ice Dogs are playing well that the crowd is behind them here at the Meridian Centre, and I can't wait to hopefully see some meaningful games here in going into the future with a great young roster, and it should be exciting. But tonight was a little preview of what it could be like when this team finally does turn the page here and really start to turn into a competitive team once again. Ben Boudreau talks about he wishes that the new season could start tomorrow and they can really just wipe the slate clean because he really likes the way that they've been playing the last month or so. So Mike Levin gets the game tied at the 14:27 mark of the third period, 3-3. And then in overtime, the Ice Dogs really controlled the play in the overtime frame and did a great job of, even when their guys were tired, skating it back out, getting a line change, and really hemmed the Oshawa Generals in there. There was even a time where Jacob Oster had a chance to freeze the puck, and he decided not to. He played it, and the Generals were really hemmed in their own end with some very tired players there in their defensive end, and the Ice Dogs just did a great job of controlling that throughout the overtime. And finally, on his second shift in the overtime frame, it was Kevin He taking the pass from Ethan Zada, cutting to the middle of the net, cutting to the middle of the ice, I should say, going far side on Oster. Just a great shot, and obviously being a draft-eligible player, that's an NHL-type shot from Kevin He for his 27th of the season, and gave a little celebration there to the Oshawa Generals bench afterward, and just a great moment here at the Meridian Centre to send that full crowd of 5,300 home happy.
Here's Kevin He, scored an overtime goal in Peterborough, gets to the shot, scores! It's Kevin He, the hero in overtime. The Ice Dogs storm back, and they beat the Oshawa Generals 4-3.
Audio goal highlights are courtesy of YourTV. Catch the Ice Dogs at home and on the road on YourTV Niagara, exclusively on Cogeco. And a great comeback win for the Niagara IceDogs, 3 straight goals in coming back in that victory against a strong Oshawa Generals team, 4th place right now in the Eastern Conference. So just a big momentum-boosting win for the Ice Dogs, who have now won 2 straight games. So a lot to break down there, and again, it's just great to see that this team is continuing to remain competitive, even though it's going to be tough sledding for them to be able to get into that last playoff spot. But for this young group to continue to learn and continue to do what Ben Boudreau is wanting them to do in their development as young players and a young roster that, other than Connor Federico, could completely be back next year with not many overagers and a very young group. It's an exciting team to watch right now, and we'll have to see if they are able to catch the Barrie Colts and the Peterborough Petes there for that last playoff spot. They have to obviously get over the hump of 2 teams right now. So it's just great to see them playing meaningful games down the stretch, and you just love to see if this team could sneak in there. But they're playing with a lot of heart, and they're not backing down to any team they play right now, and that's great for a young group, not fazed by the moment, and you saw it here tonight at the Meridian Centre. So with that said, we're going to take a break on today's show. We're going to come back, and we're going to get our postgame with Ice Dogs head coach Ben Boudreau, and then we're also going to get our player interview tonight with Ryan Roobroeck after his record-tying night, and as well our player of the game. So stay right here. I'll be right back on the Dog Pound Podcast, the official podcast of your Niagara Ice Dogs, proudly brought to you by Global Pet Foods, where pets are undeniably part of the family.
Pets bring immense joy to our homes, becoming an integral part of our families. But this living, loving experience often requires a little extra care and attention. That's where Global Pet Foods comes in, with owners and staff ready to support you every step of the way. Check out one of their locations today: 3643 Portage Road in Niagara Falls, 160 Highway 20 in Font Hill, or 400 Scott Street and 344 Glendale Avenue in St. Catharines. Global Pet Foods, where pets are undeniably part of the family. Proud to sponsor the Dog Pound Podcast, the official podcast of the Niagara Ice Dogs. Are you currently looking for work in the Niagara region? If so, you owe it to yourself to check out the services provided by the Niagara Employment Help Center, located at 6100 Thoroldstone Road in Niagara Falls. Their many free services include a fully staffed resource area open to the public, resume and cover letter writing, local labor market information, job search strategies, assistance with clarifying employment, training and career goals, employment counseling and job search support, Better Jobs Ontario information and registration assistance, and you can check out their website at ehc.on.ca or call 905-358-0021 for more information. The Niagara Employment Help Center, helping people find work since 1983. Wild Bill's Auto Repair is your local center for auto maintenance and repair in the Niagara Region. Since 2012, Wild Bill's Auto Repair and Body Shop has been helping customers stay safe and confident on the road, knowing their vehicles in top running condition through their services. Located at 7868 Oakwood Drive in Niagara Falls, the garage started as a tribute to the owner's father, William Robert Hunter, who passed away, continuing the same community spirit and high level of service which customers came to expect from him back at Hunter's Auto Repair. Their multi-award-winning auto shop has earned the trust of the Niagara community with its fair treatment of all customers who can feel confident they'll get the trustworthy advice and repairs during their visit. Their experienced crew loves meeting new people and looks forward to forming a lasting partnership for the care of your cars. To find out more or to book a service, contact them today. 905-358-7868 or wildbillsauto.ca. Wild Bill's Auto Repair, helping customers stay safe and confident on the road since 2012. Since 1999, Niagara Dental Clinic has been helping thousands of patients achieve natural-looking smiles with the confidence to show them off. Sean Patel and his wife Anne, both licensed denturists, bring a wealth of skill and experience to the warm and friendly atmosphere to their Niagara Falls location at 5501 Drummond Road. And their on-site Niagara Hearing Clinic offers free hearing tests and a variety of services to fit your needs. This family-run practice takes pride in providing superior care and service to their patients, along with the best premium products available on the market. Get the best work done at a more reasonable price. Niagara Dental Clinic is here to help. Protect your teeth with a mouth guard, replace missing teeth, and get better hold with your dental implants. Call them today for a free consultation at 905-353-1552 or check them out online at niagaradentalclinic.com. Niagara Dental Clinic, creating natural smiles in the Niagara region for 25 years.
This is Alex Asadorian.
Hey, it's Ryan Roobroeck.
This is Ivan Gallianov.
This is Gavin Bryant.
And this is the
Dog Pound Podcast,
the official podcast of the Niagara IceDogs.
Welcome back to part 2 of today's Niagara IceDogs game recap right here on the Dog Pound Podcast, the official podcast of your Niagara IceDogs, proudly brought to you by Global Pet Foods, where pets are undeniably part of the family in all 4 of their great Niagara Region locations. Brandon Caputo here with you solo at the Meridian Centre to break down the Niagara IceDogs 4-3 victory here in overtime against the Oshawa Generals from the PHPA press box here at the Meridian Centre. So with that, we're going to take you to our next segment, and that is with IceDogs head coach Ben Boudreau, as always, brought to you by Wild Bill's Auto Repair, helping customers stay safe and confident on the road since 2012 in honor of the late William Robert Hunter. Here are the great thoughts from Ben Boudreau, the head coach of the Niagara IceDogs, after a big win, big comeback victory, and what he's been looking for as the head coach with this young group.
How good do you feel for them that they had a game like that for a change? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think there's elation because it's one thing to be criticized all year and look down as the last place team, and I think Windsor was stagnant tonight in their point standing, so we finally got out of the cellar. And from a labor of love and hard work, these kids haven't given up, and they've kept going. And to see them get rewarded, I mean, especially after last weekend, you get beat down and you hear the negativity with the press and everything, and then to come back and beat Erie and come back and to beat Oshawa, I mean, that's really big for us in our confidence and our ability. And then you see the guys that are leading the charge. I mean, Gallianov on the last minute, and Kevin He, 17 years old, and Roobroeck. I mean, the future is extremely bright. And the one thing that you have from young guys is motivated hockey players, and they're developing and playing big minutes at all the right times. And it's exciting as a group. We have a team dynamic I've never felt before that stems from great leadership from Gavin Bryant. And there's no cancerous attitudes. There's no cancerous people in there. It's fun to come to the rink every single day between the staff and the players. And right now it's an infectious attitude that we still think that we have an ability to make the playoffs here.
Owen Flores, I mean, again, you couldn't ask too much more. This game is not the way it is without him. He's played some of his best hockey lately. You think he's maybe in the best groove you've seen him all year?
Well, good players have to find a way to to make a difference. And Flores has been a great player for us, and we talked about him. We've got a lot of confidence in a guy like that, and he's been standing on his head, and without him we don't have a chance to win the game. So we expect him to do his job, and he's showing up every single day, doing it to the best of his ability, and watching the team celebrate with him as he came into the room after a sold-out building. I mean, that's a big moment, a national television win. That's a big moment for him. So to watch him having success is a lot of fun right now.
Sure. The other thing is a little bit of pushback out there after he got cross-checked there. Guys standing up for each other. You got to love to see that, because that's not a common thing in hockey anymore, is it?
No, I mean, you look at 26 Frolov had his helmet and gloves off in the penalty box. He had 92, 16 years old off with his glove and helmets off. I mean, our young guys are fighting for each other. I mean, that builds team camaraderie. That builds, sportsmanship between each other, knowing that it's a wolf pack going out there together. So, the way that we responded after something like that, after they went after our leading scorer, was nothing short of beautiful. So from a coaching standpoint, I mean, you're extremely happy to see them fight for each other. So it was a lot of fun. I just made the comment, I mean, we still got 16 games to go, but you're so excited to start next year with a fresh slate and everything like that. But, we can't put the future ahead of us, can't put the cart before the horse. We've got to find a way to keep going every single day.
Thank you, Brandon.
Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it.
Got some contributions tonight up and down the lineup, Coach. Finally had 12 forwards up there where you could able to run 4 lines. Just how key is that from a coaching standpoint, where you're able to roll 4 lines and you're not just trying to double shift guys in and out of the lineup there, and finally being able to have a game like that as a coach?
Well, you want an executed plan, and we had a great plan, and it was a luxury to have 12 forwards, but it only lasted for 2 shifts as Paris left. So then it left you jumbling lines right away, and our guys found a way to be resilient, and everybody found a way to play roles, and we were double shifting guys, Roobroeck and Levin at times. Two big scores for us to jump in with Kevin and Gavin. It was a lot of fun to see everybody step up and find a way to have an impact on the game. And at the end of the day, that's all you ask for the players is what can you do to help us win, and I thought they were really good for us tonight.
I know he wants one more, but Ryan Roobroeck tying Akil Thomas and Kevin Hees, 21-year-old or 21 goals as a 16-year-old rookie. Just how special was that to see him get it here? His brother was on the opposing bench. His parents are here too. So do you think that was a little bit extra for him?
Yeah, I mean, he really wanted that one. Just as far as a win, that's all he was asking for. And then to step up and have a big goal, I thought that was absolutely awesome too. And he's got 16 games left to break the record. So something tells me he's going to break this record, just because the guy's a scoring machine and he's got a bright future ahead of him. But for us, we've got, I think, 35 days left before the season ends, and we want to make sure we go out with a bang. So Roobroeck is a big part of it, and we're going to keep him going.
Talk about the bite tonight with your guys, and you already talked about that line scrum there with everybody getting involved, but and the Kevin hit, like there was a lot of high emotion tonight. You're going to play this team again on Monday, so what was the message from a coaching standpoint of how you wanted them to play and the mentality that you wanted them to go out with and come away with the 2 points tonight?
We talked about this being our ice, and you can't be scared to play on home ice right now. And even though that they're big and they're strong and they find ways to intimidate and big hits, we had to have pushback. And you see the signs of our guys and the age of our guys, and it's just a confidence thing. Making sure that they go into the battle knowing that everybody's got their back. And like I said, that was a great team building win. It was awesome to see how they all came together, and you could see how much they loved together. And if they didn't love their teammates, they wouldn't be so quick to help. And that's one of the big things that we've been asking, is to change the culture around here. And I think we've got a group that's going to grow together here for a long time because they love each other, and that's fun to show up to the rink every single day.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
There was Ice Dogs head coach Ben Boudreau on the Wild Bills auto repair postgame. Great thoughts there from the coach as far as the bite from his team and the response that they were able to come back from multiple goals, and with everything going on the ice with the high emotions and his young group continuing to build and wanting to make sure they stay in the moment. They don't want to look too far ahead, and they want to continue this upward trajectory with the growth of their young roster and with the leadership of Gavin Bryan. He talked about that they don't have any individuals in there just looking out for themselves or trying to put up stats. They all care about each other in that room, and you really saw it tonight when they had to have a response as a team against this Oshawa Generals squad that likes to mix it up. So great thoughts there from the Ice Dogs head coach. We're going to get to our Ice Dogs player interview tonight, brought to you by the Niagara Denture Clinic. creating natural smiles in Niagara for 25 years. Forgot your mouth guard on the ice or lost a chiclet? Contact our licensed team of dental professionals in Niagara Falls to get your smile back on track. Here is the aforementioned Ryan Roobroeck after scoring his 21st goal of the season and tying Akil Thomas and Kevin He for the rookie goal record of the franchise.
Great ones, of course.
Back on the post game with Ice Dogs rookie forward Ryan Roobroeck. Ryan, I mean, everybody's been talking about the record for a long time. Just tying it tonight, Akil Thomas and Kevin He, your current teammate and one of the longtime Ice Dogs alumni. Just how special does that mean to you to be in the same group as those guys?
Yeah, it's special. Obviously, I mean, I couldn't have done it without my teammates. Obviously, I look around all year. I got guys giving me the puck, great passes and everything. So I can't do anything but thank them and coaching staff for giving me opportunities to play.
Does it mean a little bit more tonight that your brother was in the building? Obviously, it's your first regular season game going up against him, and your family's in the building as well. So did that add a little bit of juice to that as well, knowing that he was over there?
Yeah, obviously, I mean, you grow up together playing each other and just always battling a mini stick. So, I mean, scoring against them tonight and then getting the win it means a lot to me and my family.
And the competitiveness between brothers, obviously you love each other, but you guys are competitors, and probably growing up you competed at a lot of things. So for you to come out with the 2 points, just how big was that for a personal standpoint?
Yeah, I know it's big, like I just said or whatever. But at the end of the day, I mean, where it's a team game, I mean, the guys are working hard. They're always going. I mean, there's nobody. I mean, we're here for each other, and just getting that win against my brother too it means a lot.
Talk about Kevin's OT winner there. It obviously meant a lot with him getting hit from behind there and then coming back, and he's been a catalyst for you all year, and now you're playing alongside him. Just how fun is that to play with a guy like Kevin?
It's great, honestly. I mean, that goal there was unreal. It was a sick shot. I mean, it was a sick play too by Zats there when that draw. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a team game. So I mean, everybody that can contribute at the end of the day, it's good for us. So it was a great goal.
How fun have the last few games been? Obviously, the road trip didn't go like you wanted, but the last 2 games, Erie, and then a sold-out crowd here tonight, and Owen Flores coming up big for you 2 nights in a row. Just, how fun is it right now when you're going, through the bumpy roads and to have some success there?
Yeah, obviously, I mean, that road trip was a little tough. I mean, we kind of had road legs, but at the end of the day, I mean, Flo's been playing unreal, as you've seen out there. I mean, 56 shots or whatever, so... I mean, there's nobody but thank. I mean, you got the goalie in net. Obviously, he's going to need a little help here and there, but he's been playing unreal. And get those 2 points tonight and on Wednesday, it means a lot to the guys.
Ice Dogs rookie forward Ryan Roobroeck. Congratulations, continued success.
Thanks, Caputo.
There was Ice Dogs rookie forward Ryan Roobroeck after tying the franchise goal record for a 16-year-old. And the first thing he wanted to say was he wanted to thank his teammates. So, selfless player. Talked about them getting him the puck all year long and being able to play with some great players that really want to see him succeed, and giving all the credit to his teammates and obviously goaltender Owen Flores with the performances he's put on as of late since coming back after missing a couple of weeks there with an injury. But it's nice to see that he's very humble in that sense and doesn't let the moment get too big for him and doesn't let his head get too big in that sense. So great to hear from Ryan Roobroeck and about that record. I'm sure by the next time we record, it's going to be a special night when he does get one more goal here in the final stretch here, which I assume will come sooner rather than later. But again, all credit to his teammates. But I think you got to give number 25 a big pat on the back for what he's been able to fight through this year, despite the results not being there all year long as a team, and him continuing to develop despite some tough circumstances. And head coach Ben Boudreau talks about his maturity level and how he's been able to grow so much as a 200-foot player. He's a dynamic scorer, but being able to grow in this league like he has, and just it's been great to watch, and will go down as one of the best 16-year-old seasons for a Niagara IceDog player, if not the best in franchise history. So all congratulations to Ryan Roobroeck and the Roobroeck family, and having Dylan on the other side to witness that tonight. Obviously, he wanted to get the 2 points for his club, but I'm sure it meant a lot to him to see his brother get that record there, and obviously credit to Dylan as well, being a former Niagara IceDogs draft pick and now a draft pick into the NHL since he's gone over to the Oshawa Generals and really taken his game to another level there. So before I get out of here tonight, I'm going to put myself on the spot, which I usually do with Cam, and give our player of the game, brought to you by the Niagara Golf Lounge. Niagara's home for golf and sport year-round, located in the best Western Carencroft Hotel. And that is going to be, there's a lot of good choices tonight. I know Kevin He got the overtime winner. I know Ryan Roobroeck scored that record-tying goal. but I got to give it to Owen Flores tonight in that 52 saves out of 55 for the Ice Dogs. Really kept them in this game. Yeah, he gave up 3, but it could have been at least double with the way that he was able to come up with some big saves and with the way that that Oshawa Generals team was just continuing to fire with all of the skill that they have up and down their lineup. And he really kept them in that game to at least keep it close enough for Roobroeck and Levin to fight their way back into there and get the game tied before Kevin. He obviously won it in overtime. But got to give props to Owen Flores tonight. He really deserved it with the 52 save. So he is going to be my Niagara Golf Lounge player of the game for the Niagara Ice Dogs. So with that said, that's going to wrap up our Ice Dogs game recap following the 4-3 victory over the Oshawa Generals here at the Meridian Centre in front of a sold-out crowd of 5,300 right here on the Dog Pound Podcast, the official podcast of your Niagara Ice Dogs, right here on the Armchair GM Sports Network. For Cam Halbert, who's not here tonight, my name is Brandon Caputo. Thank you very much for tuning in for another Ice Dogs game recap. We got to get out of here as the Meridian Centre is switching over to another event for tomorrow night. So make sure to follow us at Dog Pound Podcast on X. Thank you to those today listening on demand on your favorite audio platform, and give us some love on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, our YouTube channel, and as well armchairgmsports.com for our recent article with Ice Dogs alumni Jason Robertson. So until next time, Brandon Caputo here bidding you adieu from the Meridian Centre. Ice Dogs 4, Oshawa Generals 3 in overtime. We'll talk to you again next week for another weekend recap here on the Dog Pound Podcast.